Hi all, welcome back to the Fields of Fire. This is a Normandy campaign. This is mission 2, Cerisy offensive. This will be my part 16. Just one thing to talk about before we move on to the enemy high HQ event phase. This is part 7 we're on, so halfway through part 7. I think things have went okay up to now. However, there is a slight issue. Last night I did get a response back talking about my retreat option for this paralysed unit that was here. And Billy had commented that he felt that as long as it was moving away from the combat, it didn't matter if it went to the side or not. And my feeling was that it maybe should be to the back. But retreat, if you look up everything about retreat, it doesn't seem to say that, whereas fallback states that it moves towards its map edge. You know, whatever map edge is its friendly map edge, and that's theirs, and down here is ours, the staging area. So it didn't seem to be anything. I thought, right, okay, fair enough. And then Andrew commented that if all options have a VOF, then they retreat backwards. Otherwise, wherever isn't blown up, so sideways is fine. So I thought, good, okay, we got that resolved. And then William made a comment just not long after that. This was just when I was off to bed, so I never got the chance to speak about it. He said, though, this does seem to state that you should try to retreat to your edge first. And I was like, at first thinking, right, okay, well, where does it say that? Andrew responded, yes, that's right, sorry. If it's a choice of sideways and back towards the staging area, now we're not moving, it's not a friendly one, it's the other way, but towards the staging area, and neither have VOF, choose a card with the best cover, plus cover markers, towards the staging area, ignoring sideways and forward movement. So I thought he was maybe talking about just friendlies, because he's mentioning staging area here. But that's not the case, because it does say... Yeah, well, I thought, well, let's look more into that then. How is he coming up with that solution? And where does it say that you've got to move back? And then it kind of clicks. Hang on. And it is right here. And this is actually what I quote in my question. These two references. Well, I actually quote the whole thing. I quote that whole part, retreat any unpinned, right down to the landing zone bit there. That's my quote. And regarding the question I'm asking. So I went back and had a look at it, and the priorities are a card with no VOF, right? So we've got no cards with VOF. I then looked at this one, and in my mind, and admittedly Andrews came back with something here, but I'll get to that. In my mind, I was looking at that thinking that what it means is if every card is a VOF, then it's the best card with the NCM, you know? That's what I initially looked at. That the best option for you, if they all have VOFs, then it's the best option. Well, that's not what it means at all. And this is the one that pushes you towards your edge of the map, you know? But this is not what it means at all. So if you look for cards with no VOF, well, all 3 cards there had no VOF on it. And this actually means... And I don't know, Andrew, I suppose I'm used to... I think if it said the card with the best cover, I think that would be better there, to be honest. However, like I say, I'll come back to that in a second. But it's the card with the best net combat modifier that is towards that unit's side's edge of the map or landing zone. So that actually does then want to look at moving towards the map edge. So as our 3 options, remember the paralysed team was here, as our 3 options were here, here and here. And the doubt was, can it move sideways? Well, it's wanting to find the best cover card, if you like, but the wording is the best net combat modifier that is towards that unit's side's edge of the map or landing zone. There's no landing zone involved here. So towards that unit's side's edge of the map. Well, that's the unit side's edge of the map. These are the 2 cards that it can move to that get towards it, right? So that takes this out of the equation. And then we pick the one with the best net combat modifier. This one's a +2 cover. Now it would take into account cover markers, because my understanding is it would move under the cover, although I don't recall seeing any of that. Retreat. I don't recall seeing anything that says it would retreat under cover. I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's going to be exposed, so maybe we just put that down to one of the ones that is a bit of common sense, Grant. I just wanted to check fall back again. To see if it talks about moving under cover. Yeah, it does say move into cover if available upon reaching, and then I'll not read that. It does say move into cover if available, but it doesn't actually mention that in the retreat segment. Now, it makes no sense not to, but, well, there could be occasion if there was too many steps under the cover marker. Then again, it says, for the fallback, it says move into cover if available as per 8.6.1. That might take into account cover. Enemies. Oh, hang on then. Enemy behaviour. Let's look at this. There wasn't any reference to this within the rule I was reading. It was only when I looked for fallback priorities, and it talks about 8.6.1, which is general enemy behaviour, and basically just that the rule here about cover priorities. Enemies who move to a card with available cover markers choose where to move depending on their current action. Enemies who are falling back will move into the cover which provides them with the best protection, taking into account stacking penalties, etc. Enemies who are advancing will move into the highest value cover marker available that allow it to open upon opposing units. Well, I mean, I would say that it was a falling back thing, but it's not really. We're retreating. That's neither of them. So I think there's possibly a bit that could be added to that, or am I just being picky? You know, because there's no mention of retreating and moving undercover and whatever. It's just mean Andrew mentions that in his reply there. He says, choose a card with the best cover plus cover markers towards the staging area. So, anyway, well, okay, well, I'll leave that one there for you. If you got any thoughts on that one, Andrew, if maybe there's something missing, or maybe not. Maybe it's just common sense. I don't know, common sense in these type of games, I don't know, I don't think that should be something you're looking for. It should be, the rule should say this, that and the next thing, really, shouldn't it? But I don't know, maybe I'm being picky with that one. Anyway, I'll leave that. We've not got that option anyway, because there's no cover marker there. So in actual fact, this is going to spoil things a little bit for us, because in actual fact, this paralysed team would have moved to this card instead after all that. So I can still do this though, because we've not moved on far enough, because this assault team that moved up under this cover marker, oh no, he found cover, he went and searched for cover, would have still moved up here anyway. He wasn't moving up to attack that paralysed team, he was moving up here to get this potential contact. So it just so happened that he was then able to fire on the paralysed unit. So I'm going to move the paralysed unit back to where he should have been then, and we'll just need to keep that one in mind. Well, I shouldn't forget that now. However, no, he won't be firing, because when he got there was no paralysed unit there, because that paralysed team would have moved before. Or would he? No, hang on, Grant. No, sorry, the paralysed team wouldn't have even been here. The paralysed team moved from here to here. That's right. Oh, I'll tell you what. That will, open up something else then, because these are going to fire at it, aren't they? So it would have moved from here to here with a retreat. It would have become exposed. Because this was the previous turn. Yeah, we're just about to move into enemy activity checks shortly for this turn anyway. So in the previous turn, this is what would have happened. We then moved this up to here. We moved this up to here. When this moved to here, it would have opened fire because it's got 95. Well, in fact, that's the only enemy unit on the map. That's the only German unit on the map. So when that moved to there, because these will both be assault teams, won't they? That is, and we know what that is, don't we? Yeah. I don't know how I'll have to triple check. Yeah, so when this platoon moved up to here, it would opened up on that paralysed team, and it's firing with just small arms because we've no machine gun ammo left now. So small arms fire there from us. Yeah, and this is all happening in this turn. Yes, okay. And this is before that paralysed team will get a chance to activate as well. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, going back to just finishing that bit off then. Well, actually, I don't need to really go back to the tablet. So, I replied, I think this does explain this, but I clearly wasn't reading it properly. And I just wasn't reading that part properly. Card with the best NCM that is towards that unit's side's edge of the map or landing zone. So, that's the second priority. That's what we should have followed, and that's where the paralysed team should have went. So I said, so if all available cards don't have a VOF, the choice would be the best cover card that is closer to that side's map edge. And then Andrew comes back and says, yeah, he says it's another of those funny uses of NCM where it doesn't really mean what we define NCM to mean and just hope you can figure it out. Yeah, and I replied with indeed because, yeah, they're... I mean, I suppose if you're wanting to word it that way and we're going to get used to it, then that's fine. But that did throw me off there as well. So, however, I now know, so that's fine. And that was all to talk about, I think, because this is just the next again morning. So, right, let's just bash on then. So I've got it marked at enemy higher HQ event phase. Yeah, I think that was everything. Yeah, I spoke about all the other things last night. We got that resolved about the exposed situation. That's good to get sorted. That's good to know now. Right, let's draw for enemy higher HQ event then. There's none. Okay. So then moving on, enemy activity check. Well, we've only got one enemy, that paralysed unit. So I suppose it's a possibility it might retreat again. So just double checking. Yeah, it is the only one. So on the pin lat section, right, it's not pinned. It's not that. It's not assault team. It's not fire team. It's not a leader. It's not a spotter, sniper. It's not a litter team. It's a paralysed team, not on an unopposing unit's card. Yeah, it's going to carry out no action again because there's no leader with it. So it won't do anything. However, I think when we get to here, it's just going to retreat again, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. So that's the enemy activity. Right, mutual capture and retreat. So capture any paralysed or litter team alone on a card with unpinned infantry units with a VOF rating, opposing side. And no, so I suppose if we had moved something onto that card, yeah. Again, it's taking some of your steps away. I mean, okay, you get points at the end, but yeah, I was really annoyed when that one went away from there because we were sitting about to expose that potential contact and then got taken away from us. Anyway, enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cards are captured. So here's an enemy casualty. Well, it's occupied by us, so we capture this. So that's another captured casualty. So that's good. Actually, what to say? Do you get 2 points for capturing like a paralysed or litter team then? Maybe. Because if it was 2 points, that's probably more. Capturing an enemy prisoner. Yeah, it's 2 per step. So that does make it a bit more worthwhile, doesn't it? And that's 4 points I've got. So although I've lost 2 of my assault teams, I've got 4 points for it. So yeah, that's fine. Right, so that's capture segment done. But retreat segment, we're now at this bit that I questioned last night. Retreat any unpinned paralysed team under a VOF marker, 1 card. So priority is no VOF, then best net NCM. So, did it say it would move off the map with that one? now wondering, I'm not so sure that was the wording, but what was it, 3.5.2, retreat any unpinned, non-exposed paralysed team under a VOF marker, 1 card according to his priorities, card with no VOF, card with best NCM that's towards that unit's sides, edge of the map or landing zone. Ah, there you go, yeah. Enemy units who retreat from a card at their side's edge of the map will retreat off the map. So that even that part there, that bullet there, sort of suggests that they do want to move back the way, don't they? Because that alone says that if there's anything on this back row, it's not going to move to the side. Even if there's a VOF, even if there's no VOF here, it's going to move off the map. So, okay, so the paralysed team goes away. I mean, he was probably just he's escaping capture basically there, really, isn't he? And yeah, unfortunately we continue to fire on the card. It's only small arms this time, so no waste of ammunition. Okay, and there's nothing else. Is there any other guys? This guy pinned, yeah. Yeah, well, he's about to become unpinned, but because I want to say he's a paralysed team, isn't he? If he was, yeah, but he's not under VOF, so no, he wouldn't have had anything funky happening for him. Yeah, I know he got shot. He was an assault team, wasn't he? And he got a paralysed result. Just feel like that was longer ago, and maybe the pin marker should be off, but I'm maybe wrong with that. I'm not sure. Anyway, never mind. We'll leave it. We'll go by how it is rather than look back on it. It's not a biggie. AT combat vehicle movement phase, none of that. Fire mission update. There's no incomings or pending fire. There's no enemies on the map. And this is where we're going to... Well, you know what? We're sneakily still engaged, aren't we? So, hang on. Before that, though... Oh, no, it's not before that. That's now. Yeah, we're not getting the heavily engaged status, which we kind of thought we were getting, because... So, we're going to be drawing 1 extra card, because we thought we had this paralysed team beside us. On saying that, the paralysed team there would have retreated, wouldn't it? So... But anyway, it was wrong. It was right to have moved it to that card. So I've done that. We've fixed that. We've got it all sorted. Good. But it is still engaged because we've got... Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Because this isn't occupied. It's even worse. So we've only got 1 occupied card with a VOF. Just going to get that play raid card over. I said that we didn't really need for anything else, but I don't like looking at the card now, the wee card, because it's just not right. So yeah, contact is 1 friendly or enemy occupied cards under VOF. Engage is 2+ friendly or enemy occupied cards under VOF. So you can see that this guy's still firing on his own card. Hang on here. Well, the thing is, it's still staying at contact anyway, but I'm reading this wrong, haven't I? Because it's under a VOF marker. He's not under a VOF marker. There's a VOF marker on his card, but he's not under it. He's not getting fired upon with that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the word on And that's what's worded there. Let's have a look in page 7. Let's see, yeah. So contact is one friendly occupied or enemy occupied card is under a VOF marker, or there's at least one spotted enemy unit on the map. But to go back to no contact, you've got to remove, there's got to be no spotted units on the map or no VOFs on the map. And that's not true, because in here we've got 2 VOFs. Yeah, I think I might have got that wrong. I just wondered if that might have had an effect. Because I think I've been counting that as one, what was it again? One friendly unit under a VOF. And that's not. There's a VOF on the card, but it's not affecting him. Okay. Well, we'll see if anything comes of that then. Right, so right now, although there's no units under a VOF, there is still a VOF marker on the map, so we can still be at contact. So that's where we're going to. We're actually going back to contact. So that's even worse from what I thought. Although maybe just as well, because I would have been counting. Yeah, I think I might have blundered with that. Yeah, you can't. I'm surprised nobody's sort of said anything about that then. So it's making me doubt myself. That maybe it doesn't mean that, and it just means if there's a unit on the card and there's a VOF on the card, but under a VOF marker, to me, you know, it's not saying there's a VOF marker on the card, it's saying the card, a friendly occupied card is under a VOF marker. Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel pretty sure about that, but I just don't feel 100% sure. Under a VOF marker. I'm going to have a quick search for under a VOF marker. No, I can't really, nothing jumping out there, whether it's in the mix here somewhere, you never know. Yeah, I'm going to have to conclude that it does mean that the unit has to be under the VOF, so it needs to be affected by the VOF, and that isn't the case, so I'm starting to think I might have missed that. So I'll just need to take note and move on. But by all means, somebody let me know if I am not reading that right. But that's how I'm going to treat it. So this is not under a VOF, and there's no unit under a VOF there. However, it does still leave us a contact because there is a VOF on the actual map. Okay. So that turns, and that's where we're moving. We're moving on to potential contacts now. What is it? We've got 3, haven't we? We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. Yeah, we do. They're all Bs, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. See what one's going to be first. We get a 1, so the first one is here. And he's exposed undercover? No, he's not. He's got purple smoke on, that's what. He's just exposed. Right, so for a B at contact level, there's 5 cards. That's huge of a difference, because I actually thought I was going to be drawing 2 cards for these, and then I thought, okay, well, it's going to be 3. That's not quite so bad. However, now it looks like it's 5. Are you sure about this thing, Grant? Well, no, yeah, there's no way it would be engaged because we only have 1. If for some reason this has counted, then there's only 1, so it definitely is only contact. Oh dear. Right, so it's a 5-card draw for each. It's going to be for, well, maybe not for each of them, certainly for the first one anyway. So 5 cards looking for the word contact. Grant does his usual, looks at the discard pile, and the card on top does not have the word contact on it. So 5 cards, here we go. That's a no. That's no. That's a yes. And there was only the one as well. Okay. Right. Well, that's going to be a contact from the hedgerow bocage there, right? Right, we haven't done this for a while, so... Well, I suppose, we've not got anybody on the map, so... We shouldn't be complaining, really. This is mission 2, isn't it? Right. Okay. So, potential contact B, we're going to draw a 10. Let's see what we get. We get a 4. Which is... Sniper. Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, because we've not seen a sniper yet. In fact, I think the very first package I ever got was a sniper, and then all the other games after it, I always got a sniper. That and mine seem to come on quite a lot. So a sniper, package 4 then. Yeah, I'll come back to unit placement. So package 4, sniper. Place view FPDF, yes. As he spotted, no. At max line of sight, if it comes down to placement package. Sniper undercover. Right. I think I read that somewhere. I want to say it's just... I want to say that wherever he goes on the card, you pick the cover. Yeah, let's have a look at that. This looks like what we need. This is on page 64, 8.4.6. Cover for new enemy placements. Place new enemy units under cover markers according to the following instructions. If no specific cover is mentioned in the package description, refer to the mission instructions to find the default enemy cover for the mission. Yeah, so if there's nothing mentioned, he was getting the default foxholes. However, there was the word cover, just cover. Place the unit under the type of cover marker. If no default is defined for the mission, place the package out of cover. Okay, if a specified cover is mentioned in the package description, use that cover instead of the default enemy cover for the mission. So we've not got trenches or foxholes or anything like that. We've got just the word cover. However, I think it does take care of this here. If the units are described as being in cover or under cover, what was the word then? Was it not just cover? Oh no, it's undercover. Good. We're going to get exactly what we need here then. So this is good, because I've got my doubts. I'm going to find this, and I would find this in the old rule book. I'm not going to look, it's just wasting time. I mean, and I could be wrong, but... So, if the units are described as being in cover or undercover, in the package description, well, we've got undercover, place them under the basic cover for that terrain card, either a +1 cover, counter, or if multiple types are available, draw on the cover table in your mission book to see which kind of cover to use. If the cover potential of the card has been reached, place the package under any available basic cover already on the card, otherwise place them out of cover. Okay, so he's probably going to just find a new +1 cover and go under that. But it depends on where he gets placed. So we'll come back to that. So we need a sniper. Right, let me find the sniper. Okay, so there's our sniper. And these have some special rules as well, and they also have special rules for their enemy activity as well. Right, so let's get the package placement. Let's get it placed first. So let's draw a 10, a random 10 to see where he's getting placed from that hedgerow bocage. We get a 7. This is going to be probably good enough. So it's left front at max line of sight. Yeah, that should be fine. I just hope it doesn't go off the table. So left front at max line of sight from the hedgerow bocage. So we need to draw a card for here. And he's got long range as sniper, so he can go 2 cards out, unfortunately. So let's draw a terrain card for there. I think we're getting away with that. That'll do. So that's another hedgerow bocage. However, yeah, we do need to draw for a hill, don't we? Because if he was to go on another card, he can't see through this corner through it. However, if there was a hill There was a hill there and then another card on top. So I'm going to draw for a possible hill up here. And hopefully we don't get that. We don't. We get a wood. So that would go up. Well, it would have went up there, but it's no point putting it there because he couldn't get placed on that. I'm just going to shuffle that woods in. That's what we've been doing. That's what Andrew said he would do as well. So that's good enough for me. And that keeps it all clean and tidy and whatever. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to have problems when we reach that top row, aren't we? I'm going to have to... where's that little table? That's behind me. See, it's kind of lower down though. I'm sure I can craft something. I mean, I do have my other small table. Well, it extends, but it's a small table that's the same size as this, so I could potentially put it over there, but that would be a bit of a pain, to be honest. Right, so we've got where our sniper's going. Now we need to find his cover then. So let's just look on this card. So I'm not go back to the rule, but I'll just read it. If the units are described as being in cover or under cover in the package description, place them under the basic cover for that terrain card, either a +1 cover or if there's multiple types available, draw. Well, you can see there's only 2 possible cover on that card, and they're both the basic one. So we take a +1 cover. There's a sniper, and he's going to be under a +1 cover. And also, we're going to take that off, because that has been resolved, and put that over him though, because he's now not spotted. Okay, so he places a PDF. Now, he places 2... Right, where am I going to get some information on the sniper? 7, rule 7 somewhere, or 8? Well, 8's got enemy snipers here. That's probably what we need. Well, wait now. Let me just go to 7 first and look at snipers. Right, hang on. So, units with VOF of S are snipers. Unless otherwise engaged, snipers will open fire automatically according to sniper target priorities. They place 2 VOF markers on a target card, small arms and sniper, -3. Beginning of each combat effect segment, select 1 random target on the card with the sniper's VOFs and move the sniper VOF onto it. Units under cover markers are eligible targets, but only 1 unit will be affected. If some units on the card are marked as exposed, select the target from those units only. So you need to remember that one. It's going to try and pick an exposed unit before a non-exposed unit. The rest of the card will only be affected by the basic small arms VOF. And then a vehicle, and it reminds you there that HQs and staff on a card targeted by a sniper suffer a -3 command roll penalty. Enemy snipers have their own priorities separate from normal enemy units. Their behaviour is covered in 8.8. Right, so just jump to 8.8, and maybe not go through it all just now, because it's mainly about how they act with their activity, I think. But anyway, this tells you what happens when it's first placed, I suppose. Enemy snipers follow the rules below and do not act according to the usual enemy activity hierarchy. However, if pinned or reduced to an alert, enemy snipers will follow the enemy pin alert activity check hierarchy. When first placed, enemy snipers will target the units on the card, which triggered them as normal. Thereafter, unless otherwise engaged, the sniper will open fire according to the target priorities chart 6.1.1. Snipers place a small arms VOF and a sniper VOF as described in 7.15, which we just read. An unspotted enemy sniper with no eligible targets will take no action. If an enemy sniper is spotted, it will move 1 card away from any friendly units during each activity check segment until it is out of friendly line of sight or has exited the map. Exiting the map removes it from play. The good thing is we've got him right at the back row, so if we can spot him, he's going to just fall back off the map. So that is probably something we would maybe want to try, because he can fire through that hedgerow bocage I'm seeing. Anyway, moving on, the spotted enemy sniper's first priority is an allowable card that is out of line of sight of all friendly units. The next priority is a card with the highest terrain value. If more than one of the allowable cards fit the priorities, then determine the card randomly. After moving, mark the unit exposed and reselect a target card to open fire on according to the target priorities chart. Once out of line of sight of any opposing units, the sniper regains its unspotted status. So, yeah, if you can, sorry, maybe I didn't show you that bit down the bottom. And then there's exceptions of being in field fortification, caves, barricade buildings, or compounds, but we'll not get into that. So yeah, so if you can become out of line of sight again after being spotted, it then becomes unspotted again. So we need a sniper. I've got one of them. Well, I've not had the use for one of them yet. So let's see if I can find one. Okay, so we get a small arms. So they fire on the card with a small arms. So everything's going to get attacked by that. Well, apart from the unit that's getting picked as a sniper target. And then we get a sniper. Now you'll see that I noticed in the rulebook there's a wee -3 showing for the sniper, because that's what that should be. Yeah, a little strange that they didn't put that on. Maybe we'll get, well, certainly if you're buying the whole game, and I would like to think if you're upgrading that you would still get these counters too that are going to show you the -3 on the thing, but I don't know, maybe not. But if you're buying the whole game, you're surely going to get the counters updated to that standard. But yeah, you would think you would as well. Anyway, I know what it does. It gives a -3, and that's fine. Yeah, we'll need to actually look into fire to see how they go about it. But you can see it's going to pick. Yeah, you kind of need to go back to 7. What did it say? Beginning each combat effects segment, select one random target on the card with the sniper's VOF and move the sniper VOF onto it. Yeah. So he's the only one that's on the card, so he's going to get the sniper fire in this turn. And it's a -3. So that's what's going to happen. Okay, that package is now resolved, and we move on. Now, what is that? See, I think that's a still only contact. Well, we're now at the spot where does this count or not? You've got to say no, Grant. You've got to say it can't. It's not under that VOF. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna I just feel like it's a daft question to go and ask. Under a VOF, it's specifically saying under a VOF. It would say a card with a VOF, you know, surely it would. Because, I mean, this is a card with a VOF, there's nothing under it. It's not an enemy unit under it or a friendly unit under it, it's just a VOF on the card, which is the same as what that is. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say the same, I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to say we're still at contact, which means it's a 5-card draw. We need to decide between this, which is going to be a 1, and this is going to be a 2. We'll draw a card, we get a 1, so it is going to be this one. And yeah, I'm going to get the package. Yeah. Right, I looked at the wrong. When I rolled for unit placement, they're just the same, aren't they? Yeah, they are, fortunately. Yeah, I rolled on the unit placement table for mission 1, but it's just the same as mission 2. At least I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did turn the page there. So mission 2, potential contact Bs. Here we go again. This is on a 10, random 10. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop. Put that back. I put that back on top. I didn't even see. I was looking down the numbers below. We've not rolled to see if we're getting a contact, Grant. We're drawing 5 cards, aren't we? Sorry, I'm jumping ahead there. So yeah, drawing 5 cards. Well, I never noticed. You might have seen what that card said. I will say that the card on top of the discard pile that we just drew for the randomizer had the word contact on it, so that's good. Right, so we've got a 5-card draw to see if there's contact. So that's what we need to do first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we'll see what it really is now. That was rally then. So no. 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 Oh, okay, we got away with one. That's good. Because we've got one more to go. And the reason I took 3 of them on, because I did think I was going to be heavily engaged, or at least worst case engaged. That was that one, isn't it? Yeah, so that comes off. So that's a secured our attack position as well, so that's good. Right, so for the last one, we're still in contact, so it's still a 5-card draw for the word contact. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 grand. Put one back. Right, 5. Here we go. No. 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 Well, that went pretty well then. I think we'll just take the sniper. And the fact is that where the sniper's positioned, like I say, if I can just get him spotted, he'll fall back off the map, I think. And that'll happen in the enemy activity check. So that'll be before he gets to fire at us again. However, he is getting to fire at us now. So we need to survive that before we can try any of that nonsense. Okay, so that was that one too. So yeah, we've been lucky with our contacts, I have to say. Yeah, does it make it a bit less interesting if we've got not as many? Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I would have liked to have seen one more there just for the fun of it. Give us something a bit more to think about. However, we've still got three more contact markers on the map. That's all though, isn't it? And we're on game turn 7, so, and we really only need to take this one. Remember, we can avoid going for this or this. So I would certainly say the plan next turn is to move into here, and the fact that these are firing on that card. No, you don't want to do that. I'm thinking about platoon moving, but I'm forgetting there's still a potential contact there. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to have to start building some extra table space at the back. Okay. Right, well that's our potential contact part over. Potential contact evaluation segment. And there's no more change in activity. We're still at contact. There's nothing else changed. He's firing at us. We can't see him, remember. He's unspotted, sorry. So no changes to anything there. Pin recovery segment. Remove pin markers for vehicle infantry units that are not under VOF. This is not and again there's a word under a VOF. So if for some reason there was a VOF on this card that he wasn't getting targeted by, I think that he would still be able to take that pin marker off. I think that's right. It feels right, that. Yeah, there's still a sort of niggling doubt that under a VOF can mean as if there's a VOF on the card, but yeah, it doesn't sound right, does it? It doesn't sound right at all. Okay, well we'll stick by how we're doing with it now, and somebody can tell us otherwise. Right, so combat effects, here we go. Well, there's only the sniper, isn't it? Because although we are firing on this card and firing on our own card, there's no targets. So the sniper. So let me just see if there's any info about. I don't really think we need to. We've got the information we need, because when we move into this effects segment, combat effects segment, this comes down and targets the only only unit on the card. How would the enemy do that though? Would they do it randomly? Did I not just read that? Surely I just read that. In the first place, the enemy snipers will target the units in the card, which trigger them normal. Thereafter, sniper will open fire according to the target priorities chart. Yeah, that's not telling me. Right, hang on. So rule 7 back here. Snipers will open fire automatically according to sniper target priority 6.1.1. They place 2 VOF markers on the beginning of each combat. So it is random. Sorry. So it's random for any sniper. It's not just based on enemy or that. That's why it's in this section. Beginning of each combat effects segment, select one random target on the card. Sniper target priorities. I'm going to go and look at that in a second. Yeah. Select one random target on the card with the sniper's VOF and move the sniper VOF on it. And units under cover are eligible. And remember, it will target exposed before unexposed. Well, we've only got one unit on the card, so who happens to be exposed. So that's going to be its target. There's a little glance at these special sniper area affected single unit PDF. Special VOF rated units place a PDF automatically. Sorry, special VOF rated units place a PDF automatically. Placed automatically by a sniper unit. Sorry, this is the notes. Also apply small arms VOF to the whole card. -3 command roll modifier effects to all HQs on the card. And then 6.1.1 is just how you target things, isn't it? Don't think there's anything special in there regarding snipers, is there? We've already read that it targets a unit randomly on the card, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, so he is getting a -3 because that's what the sniper gives. Unfortunately, it's not on the chit. Where is it in the book then? Well, it tells you it's a -3. They place 2 VOF markers on their target card. Small arms +0 and sniper -3. Yeah, let's just leave it at that, and hopefully we'll get new counters with the number -3 on it come the upgrade. If we don't, well, I can live with it. I can understand it. It's fine. So -3. Well, he's under +2 cover because it's coming across the green border here, the fire. So he's getting the bigger number +2. However, he's exposed -2. That's the smoke he's got underneath him. So +2 -2 is a 0, and then -3 for the actual sniper. As he's rolling on a -3. So here we go. Oh, it's a good card. A pin. Well, I'll tell you what, almost a miss. How about that? So -3 is a pin result. Which, yeah, well, we could take a bit of a chance. So I'll put the pinned under the exposed because it'll be lingering about a bit longer. Well, that's a good result. I mean, miss would have been brilliant, but because I'm just thinking if we take a chance and maybe platoon move, third platoon, risky, I know. But if we can, and then get this spotted, like I say, I'm pretty sure it's going to move off the map before it gets a chance to do anything. So I think that's our play with third platoon next turn. Okay, so that was our only combat, wasn't it? Yeah. So adjust ammo. There's no ammo to be adjusted. Our machine guns are out now. Well, hang on. We do have a mortar section, Grant. No, it's nothing to fire at. It's not firing. It's in the woods as well. Can't fire. Okay. So combat effects, update ammo. Right, that's us into clean up. So quite a few exposed markers. Right, I'll go and get them off. So exposed markers off. Nothing else to come off. Adjust the VOS, PDFs and activity levels. Well, I believe we're still at contact. And nothing to adjust. Sniper still fine where he is. Well, what should happen, I suppose, technically, is that should just move back up there for the moment. Because if we do move on that card, whatever hand from third platoon, and we don't manage to spot the sniper somehow, which isn't impossible, then he will then fire on a random unit in there, so it's not going to technically be that guy again. In fact, it's not going to be that guy because these will all be, well, they might not be exposed, Grant, because you can infiltrate up. Platoon infiltrate, that's what we're going to do. Okay, just PDFs, yeah, no, it's fine. So moving on to turn 8, which sounds scary, but yeah, I think we're okay, really. I mean, we can move on to the primary objective this turn. Yeah. What we might want to try. Well, we're never going to, as long as this guy's still firing there, then it's never going to be back to no contact, which is an auto draw. So even at contact, there's still a chance it's a 7 card draw. But yeah. Okay, we shall see. So I know it's 50 minutes, that's fine. Right, I'll just cut this apart. I might get straight back, I'm not sure. But I'll be back when I can. Okay, cheers.